it's quzofrommycoke here with another battle, and this guy's, well, to say he's a complete noob is an understatement, but really there's no other word for it, because, well, I don't know what else to call him, but he looked pretty rubbish. Well, here we go, another rubbish Uber user, and I noticed that on YouTube they say we're very childish for criticising their use of Ubers, but really, I'll be the one laughing when I thrashed him with a team of Driftblim, because Crusade Nova let me in on this really sweet tactic of how to use it, and I've just gone and taken that a step further. Right, so now the battle begins, and I get the first move with the pluck on with the Crobat, and pluck is actually a very underrated move because it eats the opponent's whole berry, and when it does, it doubles in power, and that is quite a useful move for certain situations because berries can be very useful. And now I go Draco Meteor on Dialga, and yes, it does have a Soul Drift if you're wondering, although it's not a Latios because I don't like cheapness, and also Latias has much more defense than Latios as opposed to Latios' highest special attack. And then, they went for a special round, that's very predictable. And then Aura Sphere, why? But you can tell this guy does no clue how to play. And now Haze, which is a very underrated move for certain situations. But people just like to go attack, 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 and they don't even think. And Draco Meteor again at full power because of the Haze. And that faints Palkia. And the only thing that's worse than that is their Dialga, because that has Roar of Time, and that's very dangerous from my Latias. In this battle, surprisingly, they don't get to use it because it misses right now, and then, well, it's going to faint now because I really need it out of the way. So, and then Mewtwo, but I was sort of expecting that because that's a wise move. Well, I get the first move with an X-Scissor on it, and I was expecting it to do more, but oh well. And now for another Draco Meteor, and it's bye-bye Dialga. I really hate people who use Uber because it's just very cheap, and then they don't like it when we criticise them, but they're just very arrogant and they just want to win and they never step out of their comfort zone. But it's just really frustrating. And then Psychic, well, that was obvious. I didn't want it to do that much, but hey, Crobat doesn't have that good defense. It's very speedy to make up for that. Yeah, and if any Uber noobs are watching this, just wait until I get my team of Driftblim, because I'm gonna really enjoy that using them. And now, oh, helping hand, yep. And then Signal Beam, yeah, because I need that Mewtwo out of the way because that can be very nasty. So I know it can learn ice moves, and that's going to be quite deadly for the Latias. Because if I remember correctly, Mewtwo has a second highest special attack of any Pokemon, and now Blast Burn. See, that's just trying to overpower me. There's no thought gone into their team. Now another helping hand on the Thunderbolt, and I suppose that Infernape was just monkeying around. And actually, that's the first bad joke I've said. And as you can see, my net trick is shockingly effective, and I'm surprised no one uses it because you can even give it Overheat, which is very useful with the Haze, and that's why it's on this team. And it's also quite speedy, speedier than their Infernape anyway. So I think it has 105 base speed, and Infernape has actually 108. So clearly that's not EV trained. Yep, and that's the battle. Not really that interesting, and I wish I could have got a total victory, but unfortunately the Psychic took that away from me.